Microsoft 365. Though you have to subscribe for using it because it's connected to cloud. So you have to subscribe before you can use it. So, but you know, if you can't afford it because you are not working with a company, you can just be using trial version. So I will guide us on how to get the trial version later. So yeah, this is my Microsoft Excel. This is my interface. Don't be scared if this is different to what you are seeing on your screen. If this is different to what you are seeing on your screen, don't be scared. We still have the same worksheet within our Microsoft Excel. So yeah, what else? What do I need to do here? I have different options here. I have my account. That means I'm using subscription. I subscribe to this product. That's the reason why I'm having it like this. Don't worry. Me also, I don't pay, but I will teach you how to get this. I don't pay. So I'm using developer account. That's the reason why I'm having this. So if you are a developer, you can register your email as developer account, and Microsoft will give you, as a student as well, they will give you opportunity to be using their product for free. Just that they will limit. You have limit. So yeah, I have my account information. I have options where I can activate uh, some hidden features in Microsoft Excel. So I have all this Excel option. I will also come back to this place for those who are using lesser version of Microsoft Excel, where you can activate your Power Query and Co. So yeah, I have my new, I have open and Co. So, but here, what do I need? If you want to learn a little bit of Microsoft Excel, they even have Tor here. You can just continue one after the other, be reading it. So, but I'm starting with blank workbook. Open Microsoft Excel like this, we call it workbook. After saving your work, we call it workbook. But with this workbook, you can have as many as Microsoft worksheet, Excel worksheet. Can you see? After opening this workbook, I'm having what? Sheet 1. I can add to it. Sheet 2, sheet 3. I can add as many as I. So let me quickly run through this interface for all of us to understand. But at the top, I have my title bar. I have my title bar where I have my quick access to on it as well. I have my quick access to on this title bar. Let me hide this for everybody to see. Let me hide all this. So I don't want this to come up again. So I have my title, I have my book 1 as title bar. I have my quick access toolbar whereby I can quickly email whatever I'm doing to anybody. I can quickly create new blank document. I can redo and I can undo whatever I've done before. So the next thing is on the second line, I have ribbon. And don't forget at this right hand side, I have my name because I'm using subscription. It will show which email are you using, which subscription are you using. If I switch another account now, it will also take me to any email I'm using, any account I'm using, sorry. So I have all this. I can hide all this ribbon. I can do this or to hide if I want more space on my screen. And I can also do this to show it back. So I can use all these 3 buttons. We all know what they do. You can minimize and close this document. So the second line is ribbon. We call this second line ribbon. So if you understand all this, by the time I ask you, go to your ribbon, go to social tab, you should be able to understand. Even though you call me while I am sleeping and you ask me question, and I ask you, kindly check your status bar. You should know what I'm talking about. So the second line is ribbon. From this end, okay. Sorry, let me do this. I want you to see something. Let me draw from this place to this place. If you can see my line, we call it ribbon. So now, but on this ribbon, we have tabs. TABS. We have different tabs on this ribbon. So we have home tab, we have file, we have insert, we have different type of things. Insert, we have draw, we have page layout, we have formula, we have data, review, field, developer. You might not see developer on your own because you don't activate it. I will show you where you can activate this, because as a programmer, a time will come that you like to program with your Microsoft Excel with language called VBA, Microsoft Visual Basic for Application. That's the language you can use to maybe make your work more robust when you are, if you are a developer. Data streamer, Power Pivot, and co. So all these, we have them as a tab. We call them tab. This home tab, I can ask you to go to your data tab, do so thing there. So under each tab, what else do we need? We call all this one, we call them group. We call this clipboard group. We have font group, we have alignment, we have number, we have style, and we have cell, we have editing, and so on. So with all this, you know where you are going. Whenever I ask you, go to social tab and then go to social group. By the time you are working and you are kind of lost. So that's the way we can communicate. By the time you ask me something and I'm trying to direct you. So yeah, the next thing is what? Name box. Name box. This is the name box. You know, Excel consists of what? Column and row of what? Cells. I'm clicking on this particular cell now. This cell is known as what? C4. If you check the name box. So like the way you have your identity, you have your ID, and no one can have your ID in the whole world. No matter how, even if you are identical twins, you can't, both of you cannot have the same ID. That's the reason why they name someone Taiwo and they name the second one Kende. So for this cell, it has a reference ID, which is called what? C4. You can rename this cell if you like, but by default, this cell is known as what? C4. And beside it, we have what we call formula bar, where you can create your function. You can type your function there. You can create your formula, everything you want to create, you have it here. Now, let's come to the main sheet page, pane. This is our sheet. We have column and we have row. Which one is row and column? Sorry, just drop comment on the chat, please. So drop your comment. Which one is row? Which one is column? So that all of us will be on the same page. So I'm trying, where's my Zoom? Okay, let me so active speaker. So video grid, so thumbnail. Where's my chat now? Me also, I'm learning how to use Zoom. I'm not familiar with it. So yeah, can you tell me, row is what? One is column. Are we serious? No. Vertical row, vertical is row. And these rows are labels 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You are doing well, Tabitha. Why our column vertical is what? A, B, C, and row is 1, 2, 3. Great. Imagine. You can leave this class, you are a data analyst already. So, so we have our column like this, which is what I'm highlighting. I highlight column what? Column B now. So, and the next thing is what? Our row. Now, let me throw another question. How many rows do we have in Microsoft Excel? And how many, what is the last column? Another question. Let me see who will get this answer. How many rows do we have? I know, this is what I want to see. Infinity, unlimited, it is innumerable, or more see English. So, no answer. Okay, someone mentioned SFD column and 48,578 rows. Perfect. So who's this person? Okay, okay. So that's perfect. For those of us that we don't know it, let me show you how to get to the last row of your Microsoft Excel. Just hold and press arrow pointing down on your system. Hold on your control key and press arrow pointing down. It will take you to the last row of your Microsoft Excel, which is what? 1,048,578. That is the last row of your Microsoft Excel. And when we are talking about column, for you to know the last column, just hold on your control key and go to the press arrow pointing to the left, to the right. So, and with that, you should be able to also get your the last row, which is SFD. So that's how to get you. But sometimes imagine you have data that is bigger than this. Imagine you have data that is bigger than what will you do? That's where we have Power BI. That's where we have what we call data modeling in Microsoft Excel. That's where you need Power Query to load your data from the source to your data model. So now, let me now start again with something. I have my row, I have my column. The next one I have, the next line is what? Sheet number. It will tell you the name of your sheet. I can rename this one by double click that sheet one, or you can right click on it and just say what? Rename. When I try to rename, I can call this name, I can say this is January, and then name the second one February. So imagine you can rename it, even though you can say, okay, maybe you are working with January and you are done with January, you can change the color to green, and February that you are still working on it, change it to yellow, so that you know that no, yellow is for waiting now on traffic lights, green is go, yellow is wait, no, yellow is slow down, while red is what? You haven't done anything on it. If I name this one March now and I recolor it, I change the color to what? Red. So this showing that I've not worked on March, while on February I'm still working on it. You can use all this to use Microsoft Excel efficiently. And also the last one is what? Status bar. We call this status bar. So as you can see, it's telling me that in ready mode, like it's ready to take another instruction from you. But let me give you an instance. Someone will now call me tomorrow now that, sir, everything on my screen is disabled, is graded out. Like for instance now, let me type something on this tab. Imagine something, I've typed something on my cell, but I haven't give it command to save it on that cell. Imagine, and I want to change the color of this cell now, or I want to format it. Everything on this will be graded out. You can't use anything. But if this happened to you, kindly check your status bar. Your status bar is saying what? In enter mode. Press enter on your keyboard and you see ready mode again. Can you see? So that's how it works. Now, let's jump and move forward a little bit. And what am I trying to give us now? Let's do data entry. Sorry, before we move forward. For those of you that you are not online yet, last week, let me introduce myself. I believe Roland forgot to do that today. And this is just a little bit about me. This is my profile. If you can see my screen, this is my profile. Afis Zakaria Babatunde is my name. Certified Microsoft trainer, certified data analyst. I've been a software developer for the past 10 years, and currently I'm a red audit analyst at Nigeria Bottling Company. And also I have my startup company. I am a co-founder of the ICT Summit, and also as a result-oriented developer with several years of experience, I've participated in different IT projects, both in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and other part of the country. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, this is my handle, and this is my YouTube channel, and you can also connect me on LinkedIn. So just a little bit of introduction about myself. So because if I don't introduce myself, it will be like, who is this person now? We don't even know him. So
Mr.
yes.
Please, can you let some people in? There's a lot of comments. I don't know if you're looking at it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. We are recording this. Okay. And okay. Sorry for that. I'll focus on that. So hope you get how we get to the last row of our Microsoft Excel. So if you get that, you can continue. So now I want to move forward to, I have agenda for this class, and this is where we are coming. We are to do all this probably today. We should be able to finish all this. They are not something hard, it's just for you to focus on them. So, and I also have another one. I have this. So advanced Microsoft Excel. So now let me do this data entry. You are trying to gather data. You are trying to enter data into your work, into your Microsoft sheet. Now, let me give you some problem we are facing as a Nigeria. I will enter some things on my Microsoft Excel, and I want you to tell me the difference between them. Let me type someone's name on this chart. Let me type Elizabeth. Let me type Elizabeth. I would like you to tell me something different. Yep. So this Elizabeth, and also let's say Elizabeth is any 475,600 naira per month. What is the difference between these two data?
Text is on the left, and
Elizabeth is on the left hand side, and the salary is on the right hand side. So by default, Microsoft takes your text to the left by default, left alignment by default. Y takes your number, your figures to the right by default. Now, imagine you have something like this. I want to enter date now. Today's date is 1st of May. 1st of May. Let me do this. 05/2021. Can you see this? 1st May 2021. But let me enter another thing. Let me enter 25th of May. 25th of May 2021. They not this first one aligned to the right, why this one aligned to the left? Who can tell me the problem? Do you know why? Any issue with this?
Because Excel takes into control into cognizance digits like 00, you know that. It recognizes that better than when you use phone numbers.
Okay, you try. Any other person?
I think it's there.
We can't hear you. So let me rush this. The major problem is like this. You know, our system, some systems speak American English while some speak British English. That is the major problem. One speaks America, one speaks British English. Some of us, we just install our operating system anyhow. Some people will choose US English, while some people will choose United Kingdom English. So now, let me tell you something. When you are working with American system, they believe that your month should come before your day, right? Why British said your day should come before your month. Looking at this, I bet you, if you copy this as 1st of May, you are deceiving yourself. This system is seeing this as what? 5th of January. Why this one? If I interchange this now, if I do a 05, 25, 2021. Can you see? That means this system recognizes month before day. My system is speaking which English? American English. So, but for all of us to be on the same page, whether you are using British or you are using American English system, I beg you, anytime we give you assignments, we are not within the same company. We will have say, maybe all of us we are using the same policy. We are not using the same policy. Anytime we are giving you assignment and you want to generate date, use this format. Let me give you the format. The format says type the day, which is 01 of what? Of May. Choose, you write the first 3 letter of the month, and then do something like this, 2021. Anytime you type this, whether you are using America or British, you are on the same page. So if I type 25th of May, 2021. So we are good with this. We don't have any issue. So make sure as a data analyst, so far you are not working in a company where they use policy for their system, whereby they have IT that is maintaining all their system. Currently follow this guideline to write your date. So if I want to write April now, if I want to type maybe 4th of April, I just do APR and 2021. 2021. See, I'm having the same thing. So the next thing now, I'm doing what else? Let me check my agenda. Okay. Naming of single cell. So how can you name your cell? How can you name your cell? So let me say for instance, I have, as of today, how much is $?
480.
What? How much is $? Is $? 480.
480.
480. Perfect. So someone is saying that our dollar rate as of today is 480. Now I want to do a calculator that always, if dollar change, I will also change that thing and I will get my current my money in that value. Okay, let's say this NGN, which is Nigerian Naira, and let me have USD here, USD, and I want to have maybe 1 million. I want to have all these figure. I want to know them in US dollar. I want to know all this in US dollar. So that's Nigerian Naira and this USD. So I can do what? Type somewhere here and do my rate. And in front of it, as of today, rate is 480. And do what? I can name this rate. Now, this is where I want to tell you how to name yourself. You want to use name box now to rename cell name. So this for it now, I'll just click on it, go to my, by default, name box is showing me what? H1. So I'll just do what? I click on it and change it to what? USD rate. Let me name it and press enter. Make sure you hit enter on your system after naming that cell. So what else? If I click on it now, you see, we have that name instead of that H1. I will have USD rate. So now I want to get this value now. What will I do? I can easily use my multiplication, addition, and subtraction formula in Microsoft Excel and say this is equals to what? Don't forget, anytime you want to type anything, any formula within Microsoft Excel, make sure you use equal sign. So I'll type what? Equals to, what is my rate? Or I can do this, I can click on this, which is E4. The name of this cell is E4, you see? Multiply by what? Multiply by, don't forget, asterisk is our multiplication sign in computer generally. So asterisk is our multiplication sign. So multiply by what? I don't need to suffer myself to go and check what is the name of that rate again. I don't need to come to this place. Since I've given a variable, I've named it with a variable, which is what? USD rate. So I'll do this and what? I can type, I can double click on it and press enter. Can you see? Is it like that? Am I supposed to use multiplication or division?
It's division.
So it's division. So don't worry. I want Nigeria money to be like that. So let's use division. And can you see? So that means 1 million naira is equivalent to what? $2,083. So now I want to get for all. I can simply drag down like this. Can you see? And without wasting much of our time, I will be using all this functionality at random. I want to change this to what? Currency format. I can easily do what? Change this to Nigeria Naira for me. I can come to format cell under this number, under this. There's no Nigeria Naira here. Why? I need to get Nigeria Naira now. Let me come to more options under accounting. I will get under this dollar. Just continue scrolling. You will later see Hausa, Yoruba, and Edo people there. So I'm a Yoruba. So if you're Hausa, you can choose Hausa. Everything in Naira. So, or let me choose anywhere. So I have this Nigeria Naira on my system as well, and it's showing my figures in what? Accounting format. So let me change this one to what? USD. So I can use it as, okay, 2 decimal points. This is how you can reduce the decimal point, decrease decimal, and this way you can increase it. So I can do this and change this to US dollar. So can you see? So this we have started working with Excel. So you are learning functionality now. You have to, you never start anything analysis. So, but all this you will need them while working with data. So this Nigerian Naira, why this is US dollar. So, and with this, we've learned how to rename our cell. Now, I want us to, I get this, okay.
Hello, Mr. Fistis. Can you explain once again?
Okay.
Thank you.
So, okay,
Okay, so it's not where you put it on top for H1 to now change the name. When I tried it, it didn't say that. It said I needed to select a valid reference.
that means you are not clicking on the right cell. Do it again. Let's do it together again. So
Okay.
I have this, let me do Control Z. You get it to this extent.
Yeah.
I type US dollar rate on this, which is 480. After that, I click on it. I come to my name box. I double click. I just click on it and rename it with whatever you like. Not necessary for you to use my variable. So
Sorry, Mr. Fizz, are we renaming what's it called? The G and H or just the G alone?
no, just the H alone, the cell you want
H
to
alone.
that value. That value. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. So sorry for that. So yeah, we have this. I rename only this. Just click on this cell alone and come to your name box and then rename it. After naming it, make sure you hit enter button on your keyboard. Now, if you are not able to rename it in that way, let me give you another option. Click on it, go to your formula, and go to what? Divine name. Or come to name manager. Can you see? My system is telling me that I name particular cell on a particular sheet USD rate. Telling me that reference to what? Refer to what? On January sheet, on H, absolutely H1. As you can see, I'm having dollar sign in front of it and at the back in front of one. You know, the cell name is H1. I'm having what? Reference value, absolute value. I don't want this H to move to the left or move to the right or move downward. So, okay, now I have this USD rate and I can also edit it if I like. I can edit it if I don't want it to be USD rate again. So now let's move forward. What I did was this. I write my formula here, equal sign, the Nigerian money divided by, as of today, USD rate. I can type it direct. Where is it? Yeah, USD rate. And I get my value. Then to make it applicable to others, I can drag it down and then I format this to Nigeria money. On the home tab, I come to numbering group and then I change this value to Nigeria sign under my format cell on accounting, and I change it to anyone you pick here. You have this, and also I change this to what? Dollars format. And this dollar, I can leave it in 2 decimal places. This one is also in 2 decimal places. So that's perfect. That's how to name your cells. So now let's move forward. Let's go on our agenda. Let me check my time. Okay, I have like 5 minutes. We're going to have. Okay, naming range of cells. Naming multiple single cell quickly. Naming using formula that span multiple worksheets. Okay, no problem. So let's
Mr. Fee,
yeah.
in the chat bar, there's some people that got error message. Can you go over the last thing?
Okay. No problem. No problem. The dollar sign means the currency format. That's just it on Tabita. So I just changed it to USD currency. So, and I got this error message while trying to, are you not dividing 0 by that number? If you are dividing, if you are doing 0 divided by, it will give you this sign. So make sure you type the correct figure there. So, okay. Apart from that, let's name range of cells. Let's assume that I have something like this. Okay, let me try to create another. Under this February, I can have at the top, I can have month, and call it January, February. So without wasting much of my time, I can I can highlight this and drag it down to take me to December. I have this, and I can say total sales, total sales. So, and give random figure, random figure. So I have a random figure here. Why now? So yeah, I have this. In the first place, let me name this range of cells. I can highlight from this place to this place and call it what? And come back to this place. I can say exchange rate. I can name it exchange rate. Exchange rate. And press enter. So now let's assume that I need this exchange rate on another worksheet. I can come to this place and do equals to exchange rate. It won't come because they are not of the same size. But can you see that while trying to call that name, okay, sorry, I didn't even type it complete. Exchange rate, can you see? I have it, I have it there. I can call it. So that means if you name anything within your Microsoft workbook, you can easily call it on another sheet at any time with that name. So, you know, that's cross-sheet referencing. So on this now, I can pick all the table from this January sheet to where to match. And I'm having the same thing. Nothing will change. You can only change the format. So instead of you,
Hello, sir, I'm not clear without this. Can you go back to it?
okay, on this,
Another window.
okay,
That's
okay, okay,
Even that
okay,
how you into it that made I try it here.
okay, okay. What I did was this. I highlighted
that how you equals also and
okay, okay, I understand. So highlighting this, you know, before what we did earlier was how to name a single cell, right? But now I want to name a range of cells, like from this to this. How many cells do I have here? I have up to 14 cells. Now I want to rename all these. I came to my name box and changed the name to what? Exchange rate. Now, anywhere on this workbook, I need this particular exchange rate again. What do I need? I will easily come to this place. Let me clear this. I can easily come to this place or anywhere on my worksheet and do what? Equal sign. Just press equal sign on your keyboard and do what? And type the exchange rate. So you see, I have it like this. You can use tab key on your system or you double click on this exchange rate. Either of the two, you get the same answer. You see, exchange rate. Since this is a name, you have it as a variable, you have it on your name manager. Just press enter. Everything will come up again. So now someone is asking, what is the function of okay, $ in cell reference? Don't worry, we are coming there. When we started using if statement, you see how that works. So now let me come back. Next thing on our agenda, okay, let me show you something. I have a worksheet here. Let me see. Okay. On this February.
I'm asking you Microsoft Excel 2007.
No, that doesn't matter. It will work. So let's say total profit here, total. Oh, no. Let's do this. Let's insert another column. Insert. Let's call this product. Let's call this product ID. Okay, product, and let's call this. Let's insert another column and call it quantity or rate. Let's call it rate. Let's insert another column and call it how many quantity are you buying, QTY. Let's insert another column and call it what else? Total. Okay, let me call it save. So now I can now say cost price, okay, rate, and sell in. Let me call this one cost price. And call this one selling price. So we are gathering information now. So imagine, Bolanle, thank you. Imagine you are having naming cell issue. Okay. Sorry for that. I didn't mention that. Don't use space while trying to rename cell. Don't use space. You can only use underscore. Don't use space. So thanks for that. Don't use space. You can use underscore to maybe to create space between the name. So, but don't use space. Thanks, Bolanle. So we have quantity, we have sales, we have total sales. Okay, I don't need this again. I only need profit. I only need profit, and I don't need this again. So, yeah. Now, give me product. I have mentioned something. Which product are we selling? Mention something, all of us. Let's gather information together. Let's gather information. Me, I'm selling sugar.
Okay. How about bread?
Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Thank you. We are together.
Laptop.
Rice. Are you from Boda? So, Kuli. You are from Niger State. So, okay, let's have this. We can repeat our product. We can repeat it. So, let's change this to order ID instead. Order ID. So, let me do this. 1001. So 10002. So I'm gathering information now, as you can see. So now, what is the cost price of sugar? Let's say 400, and we are selling it 500. We are not gaining much now. So bread, we are buying 100 naira and we are selling 150. So Gary, 1 Congo, 300, and we are selling it 400. Coca-Cola, 100 naira, but people are selling it 150. There is God. So rice, let's say people are buying 14,000 and they are selling 19,000. So, okay, sorry, in front of it, 19,000. So kuli is 5 naira now, but we are selling it 10 naira. So yes. So we have the same cost price here to this place, and let me copy it again and paste it here. So now, what are we selling? The same thing, Control C and Control V. So quantity, some people buy, maybe someone buy 40, 23, 32, 2, and this one just came and buy one bag, which is 1,000 pieces. So we have 78, so we have 33, we have 12, we have 34, we have 9, and we have 2000. So yeah, so what would be my total sales now? Can you give me formula to use here? Can you give me formula? I want to get my net sales now for each order.
Selling price and
Okay.
quality.
I said it. I know I have brilliant people in my class. So I don't know. You're already data analyst. Can you leave this class? You only need certificate. So what else do we need? Okay. I say selling price multiplied by quantity. So what you need is just click on this, multiply by, which is asterisk, multiply by quantity, which is this. So you are doing what? Press enter.
Please give us a few minutes. We'll get our feedback on the call. Let me just find out what's going on.
It's why we are waiting. No, I'm lost. I don't know how to do this formula. Please, is this recorded?
Yes, it's recorded.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello, please, what's happening?
Please give us a few minutes. We're trying to get our feedback on the call. I think he has a network difficulty.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello? Are we together?
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry for that. I think I lost connection. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can see.
Perfect. So, with the same formula, we can do what? We can drag down, right? So, I can drag it down. So, what would be my profit? To get the profit, what do I need? What do I need to get my profit now?
That's selling price minus cost price.
If you are saying selling price minus cost price, that means
E3 minus D3.
okay. If I'm saying G3 minus G, but don't forget we multiply this by quantity, right? We have our total sales. That means we also need our total cost, right?
Yes, but we can choose to do it without revealing the cost
Okay,
price.
okay. That means my total price, okay, profit now will be sales price minus what? Into bracket,
Yeah,
quantity multiplied by cost price, right?
yes.
Okay, so I know you know mathematics very well. So let's do this. Total sales minus into bracket of what? This multiplied by this. Are we good with this formula? Is that formula correct?
Yes, it's correct.
Perfect. So that means we are making profit of 4,000 naira here and continue like this. So this is perfect. So now, but the reason why I created this table is to show you how to select different range of data. Sometimes maybe you want to copy this data, but you don't want to copy the product, you don't want to copy the cost and selling price. You only want to copy order ID, quantity, and profit. So I can easily highlight this. I can highlight this, highlight this quantity. I know someone will now ask me, how did you do that? Hold on your control key. Highlight the first column. Hold on your control key. Highlight the second one and highlight the third one as well. So that's how you can highlight different, they are not together. You want to get them from different columns. There are distance between them. You have different columns between them. So you need to hold on your control key so that by the time you want to highlight the second one, it won't drop the first one. So that's how to do that without wasting much of our time. Before we move forward, can you ask your question? At least we've used almost an hour. Let's have a break. So let's have general discussion before we move into function of conditional statement, which is if function and some with all this. So I believe at least even though you know Microsoft Excel before, even though you have been using it, you have been working with it, you still gain more. You still gain more. So with this, can you, okay, let me strike out what you have done. Let me strike out what you have done so far. All this. We've done all this. So
Please, Mr. Aziz, my question. Can we ask questions randomly like this? Sorry.
Yes, all you just have to do is use the raise hand function and then you can ask a question.
Okay, I'm sorry for just
No, that's fine. Please carry on.
Okay, sorry, sir. I didn't really get I started getting lost at formulas ranging from naming cells, then you switch to formulas. I just started getting lost. Can you do the formula thing again, maybe slowly? Hello, sir. Mic check one.
Hello, Mr. Hafiz.
yeah, I'm with you. Ask your question.
Yes,
I'm asking if you can take us through the whole formula thing again.
Last formula.
How formulas, the whole creating formulas. Can you do that again?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
in the first place, we made mention of how to, let me just do a recap within 5 minutes. We started with explaining all the, we tried to understand the interface of Microsoft Excel. And the next thing we did, we tried to enter our data to know by default the alignment of each character, maybe when you are entering text or you are entering figures. So we talk about dates, how confusing we are. You know, in Nigeria, especially in Nigeria, you will see, what can I call it? You will see TAS/CABU when you get to airport. So you see cab and taxi. So, you know, it's a country whereby we mix up some things. So we don't have our own standard. We follow UK, we follow American. So that reason why we're having difficulty in our dates. So that, and we discovered that, okay, why using this format, all of us will be on the same page. So we should all take note of this format of this date. And it's not, there's no difference in using this as well when we are using this format. So, and also we talk about how we can enter, we can name cell. So then we did what? We we enter a rate of $1 on this cell. We come back to our name box, and then we give it a name, we give it a variable. So, and don't forget, when trying to name this, don't use space in between. You could write everything together, or you put underscore. You can use underscore, and don't start with number. You can only end. You can add number within, but don't start with number as well. That's the rule of creating variable, even in computer programming. So that's how we create variable. So don't put space between. So after naming that, we try to use that for that name, the name, instead of calling this cell again H1, we use that name to multiply this particular figure, to divide this particular figure, so that we can get the rate, let me say the same amount in dollar. This same 1 million naira in dollar, you can get it directly. So, and that's how we get all this formula. And by the time I wanted to add the naira sign, and I wanted to convert, I want to format these figures into what? Into accounting format. We call it accounting format. That's currency format. So you can come to your cell formatting. Either you right click like this and come to format cells. So you can do this. It will take you to format cell, and then you can select accounting. Then how many decimal places do you want? I will need 2 decimal places, and then you select the right sign of currency you are trying to put in, and then you click OK. The same thing here. By default on your Microsoft Excel, we have dollar as our default sign for currency. So far, your system is speaking American English. So that's what we did on this particular worksheet. And on the second sheet, I tried to do what? To highlight different cells that have interval between them. So I highlighted this as well, and you can also highlight by holding on to your control key. And as well, don't forget, we talk about knowing the number of cell of rows we have in Microsoft Excel by doing what? Holding control key and press arrow pointing down to show you the last row of your Microsoft Excel. While the same thing, while trying to get the last column of your Microsoft Excel, you do what? You hold on your control key and go to the right, using arrow pointing to the right, which is SFD. If you want to go back up, just go up with control and arrow pointing up, and this. So you navigate across Microsoft Excel. And don't forget, the day you have data that is above 1,048,576, what do you need to do? You have to upgrade yourself to data modeling using Power Query within your Microsoft Excel, or you shift to Microsoft Power BI. So for advanced company, for big organization, they choose Microsoft Power BI over Microsoft Excel in order to secure their data, to have live data running on the web, on internet, without maybe even without fear of security, because Microsoft always invest in their security system so that they won't have any data breach or any GDPR cases. So now on the third sheet, I try to do what? I highlighted all this, what I have. Sheet, what happened? I can't see everything again. What happened? Okay, so I have everything here. I highlighted this and I changed this, the name of this range of cells to what? Exchange rate, and came to this match and do what? I only use equal sign, exchange rate, and all these table pop up. So, and for the past, let me say, an hour, this is what we have been discussing, the basic aspect of Microsoft Excel. So I believe with this, we will all learn one or two things in Microsoft Excel today. So before we continue, if you have any question, if you are confused about anything, I will share this particular document. I will share this so that you can also use it to practice whatever you are doing. So,
yeah. Yes,
okay.
I have a question. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So yeah, I've been following. I did a calculation for the dollar, but I wasn't able to fill it. After doing the first one, I wasn't able to fill it. Even the month for the second sheet, I don't know how to fill it. Though somebody said it in the chat box, but I still don't understand. I would like you to do it on the screen.
Why
How
doing
to autofill? Yes.
autofill? So after typing, even if it is 1, 2, 3, you want to type, you have 1, you have 2 like this. Highlight both at the same time. Highlight these two. Then you will see one pointer, small box at the bottom right of what you highlighted. So you only it will change the sign of your mouse to plus, and then you can drag it down. Can you see that? Can you see that? So that's how we get.
Yes, I can see it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So
hello, please. How do you generate profit? How do you calculate this profit here? Because
okay,
I get that cost price and selling price. I will need to get how you do the sale. But the profit, how do you do it?
Okay, the profit, what we did is like we combined the formula together. So what we did was, this is our total sales. And on the norms, we're supposed to have total costs as well by adding new column like this and call it maybe total cost. Total cost. It will now be, instead of selling price multiplied by quantity, it will now be this. I can do equals to cost price multiplied by what? Multiplied by selling price, multiplied by quantity. So, and get all this. So now our profit will now be what? Sales minus total cost, right? Which is 4,000 as well by looking at it, or you use formula. So, but instead of doing that, we combine the formula by saying what? We multiply this in a single bracket and we minus it out of our total sales to get this. And that was the reason why we use this formula.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I tried to copy that first sample you gave us, the exchange rate, and then I named it. And then after naming it, I went to another sheet, and then I used the formula you gave us, equals exchange rate. But then it keeps giving me value for just one cell.
That means you name one cell.
Okay.
So
could you please show us how to do it?
Okay. Yeah, on your system, just go to formula tab, and go to your name manager. What you highlighted there, just double click this, click exchange rate and hit. So it will now ask you to go and highlight the feeds. So can you see now? I can do this. I can click on this arrow and then come back again and highlight it again. And then I'll drop down this arrow and click OK. So you still give me the same thing. I'm still on the same page with that. So I believe with that, doing well. So any other question before we move on?
In terms of complex formulas, can we use brackets to separate one quantity from the other quantity?
Yeah, sure. Okay. You can do that. Yeah. So we still get there. Wherever you'll be using bracket within bracket, that means when you have nested bracket. So
Sir, please, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the question has been asked, but I didn't get what you did. I also copied it and put on another sheet, but it keeps giving me one value instead of all the values, and I named it. So I
What
didn't get what
that
you
means,
explained.
why trying to name, you named only one cell. Understand? So yeah, highlight it again and rename it. Go to your name manager, delete the name you've done before. Under your name manager, the one you name exchange rate, you see this delete, just delete it and do it again.
All right, sorry, my own question is similar. Can I go ahead?
Okay.
All right. I was able to rename. I have checked just the way you just explained now.
Okay.
To know if I write set of boxes, which I did. But if I want to, when I try pasting to another sheet, it's giving me hashtag value, like an arrow sign.
Error sign. You are still having issue with the naming. Which version of Microsoft Excel are you using?
2016.
You should check very well. You'll get it right. So our heads after class, we can check it together. So okay, let's move forward. Any other question?
Please, I have a question. Please, I have a question, sir. My question is, how are we going to use the space? You tried explaining it, but I couldn't get what you were trying to say. How to demarcate cost price in a single column.
Okay, in a single column.
Yes.
Okay, this is just mathematics. I think so. This is just mathematics. Someone mentioned that formula, and I decided to use it. So, on the norms, this cost price multiplied by this quantity will give us total cost price.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about while typing the cost price, how do we put space in between it, not the calculation? I'm talking about cost price. How can I?
Okay, you can right click. You can right click like this and do insert.
I can't see what you're doing, sir. Hello?
Yeah, can you see what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
On this, maybe you want to put another column at the back of this is the column G. You want to shift this one to front. So what you need to do is just right click on this and do what? Insert.
That's not what I'm saying, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Come again.
Okay, so like I want to type in cost price on a roll.
Okay.
Like the way column D2 is saying cost price. How can I type that in? Because I heard that if we should use a space, it's going to affect the outcome of the cost price. Just help me type the cost price out. Let me see how you're typing yours.
Okay, for instance, is it on the title or the heading or the figure?
Yes, the heading. No, not the figure. The heading, cost price.
Just type. Click on this D2. This D2. So and just type normal typing. Normal typing cost price. That's all.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah. So let's move on. Let's do if conditional statements and let's see what you can achieve with that. Everything in computer is all about on and off. When something happens, something will happen as well, another thing to follow. So when you power on your system, that's when the system will on. So if you off it, it will off. So let's use conditional statement and see what we are going to get out of that. Let me do if function. Let me name it if function. So let me zoom so that everybody can see this. Okay, what can we use? Let's use student data as a sample. Okay, student data needs student ID, right? We need student ID. Let's generate data, student ID. We have student name. Let's say first name, last name, We have others. Tell me, student email. We need test score, or let me say
Gender.
Okay, gender. Thank you. We are generating data, and we have let's say exam 1. Okay, mathematics. MTH 101. We have Chem 101. We have PHY. PHY 101. So we have 3 courses, and then let's see what we can get with this. So let me expand this. So student ID, let me give Loretta, Tabita, okay, no, convenient capital, CC 1001, CC, no.
Hafiz anymore. Is everything okay?
Please hold on. Let's see what the problem is.
Where's our tutor?
Sorry, he's facing network challenges. He'll be back in a minute.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It can never ever exist. Oh, those that know you will trust in you, not in horses and chariots, but an arm of flesh. No man can prevail. Ask Abraham and Sarah, and the woman with the issue of blood. Oh, nothing hard for you. Ask Mama Hannah, oh, blind Bartimaeus, make it go as the Israelites. Absolutely nothing hard for you. No man Confidence is you. What is hard? What is hard for you? It can never exist. Oh, you do not lie.
Hello?
Oh, Jesus, Jesus, you don't have the ability. You don't know how to fail. It is not in your capacity to fail. No, 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 no. Kabebugano.
Hello. Okay, so sorry.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, so the facilitator is having some issues, not like some issues. The system went off, so it's trying to put the power back up. So it's going to join you soon as possible.
So can
So,
someone else?
hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Strange. We can go ahead.
Okay. So, how is the class been so far? Is it interactive or is boring?
Interactive, I must say.
Hmm?
Interactive.
I find it interactive, yes.
Okay. So, please, let's be
Interactive.
patient.
It's interactive.
Just that for we that just came in, we need a record, as in a recorded version of what's going on.
Yeah, so there's a provision for that. So the session is being recorded, and so as soon as we're done, we'll upload it to the YouTube channel, and then the link will be shared on the Slack channel, so you can always go there to
All
watch
right.
again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, please. I also have a question, or should I say an observation? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so during the Saturday class, my battery went off and I didn't know what happened after I left. After we went into the breakout room, and then I didn't even know how to navigate because I didn't know there was a WhatsApp group until yesterday. So I joined and I even tried asking for information and I wasn't getting it. For example, I joined the class late because I didn't see the invite early. So please, I don't know this. I've asked for the Slack channel now. I've not still gotten it.
When did you join the WhatsApp group?
That was yesterday afternoon.
Okay, because the link we broadcasted messages on the WhatsApp group for the Slack channel for like I think we've done that like several times. So I'll check and then I'll share it again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so all information, we moved all information from WhatsApp to Slack because it is easy to manage that way. So please, okay, so I'm just sending these messages out. If you know someone that is meant to be in the class that is not, either the person is yet to be on WhatsApp or the person is yet to be on Slack, please kindly notify them because tomorrow we are dropping the WhatsApp group either today or tomorrow. So it means people won't be able to have access because it's from their mail. There's a link that will give you access, grant you access to the WhatsApp group. So from the WhatsApp group, you get a link to the Slack group. Okay. So once we disable the WhatsApp group, there's no way they can join the Slack. So please, if you know people that are not here that are supposed to be here, kindly reach out to them. And if after 2 sessions, okay, so after 2 classes, we will not admit people again. Okay. So I just want to. Okay, so someone just posted the Slack channel, the link to the Slack channel on the chat window, so you can check that out. So sorry for that. Okay, we'll try and we'll make the flow of information
easy for everyone. Is that all? Hello? Zinat.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, what's a name? Is that a brand name?
No, it's not. It's Arabic. It's the name of a medicine, though. So
I assume it sounds like all these Arsenal players. So I'm just looking for it. Yeah. Okay. So please let's be patient with our facilitator.
Roland,
Yes.
Hello,
are you
Dr.
trying to diss Arsenal players or what?
No, I'm just saying that's how their names sound now. I'm sorry, but that's how all those
It's
Zamali.
fine, it's fine. Don't mind.
Doctor Strange, don't be quick to make enemies by just mentioning Arsenal for the wrong reasons.
Dr. Strange. Hello?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
While we are waiting for the teacher, do you know Excel very well? Can you show me how to do these formulas again, please?
See, it's like the IDX for me. I don't touch Excel. So me too, I'm trying to.
Okay, can I just help out? Maybe I think.
Yes. You can share your screen and
No,
help us.
I'm using my mobile phone. I'm connected with my phone, but I just want to explain something. With the formula, it's just like you're writing your normal mathematics formula. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. But in Excel, for you to write the formula, the simple formula which I just gave now, you just have to start with the equal sign. For instance, if you say equal to in a cell, just type equal to 1 + 1. Once you click enter, you see it give you 2 automatically. So it's still the same thing. That's just it basically. You can also say 2 × 4. Times in Excel is the asterisk. Divide or division is the slash. So it's just as basic as that. There's really nothing really cumbersome with the Excel formula. That's just my own take, Shao. That's how I understood it, and it has helped me all this while. So I think if you see it like that, just your normal mathematics formula where you just write 1 + 1, but in Excel, for you to tell Excel that this is a formula I'm imputing into this cell, you start with an equal sign. I don't know if that helped in any way.
Yeah, sorry. Well, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. How about if you want to? I didn't actually I was trying, but I don't know. It's giving me a wrong value. As in, if you want to use a name to reference a named cell in another sheet, you understand? You said you highlight it, then at the name bar you change the name and you press enter.
Okay, so I think your facilitator is back.
Okay.
Yeah. So we should come.
Hello, guys.
Welcome back.
Sorry, now it's Nigeria. No lights. So, yeah, sorry for that break in transmission. Let me share my screen again. But we haven't saved our work. Seriously. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. But don't forget, we have not saved our work, what we are doing before. So we haven't saved it. So, but with the grace of God, we have document recovery within Microsoft Excel. So I can easily recover what you have been doing. Can we see? And we are fine. So that's perfect. Yeah. Let's continue. We want to use if statements now. If okay,
we were at the point where we were already generating another set of data with mathematics, first name, course ID, and all that.
Okay. Let's continue with that. So if function, let me quickly run through this. I was trying to generate a student ID, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's call this student. Let's rush ourselves so that we can finish this conditional statement today. First name.
First name.
Last
Last
name.
name. Yeah.
Email. Gender.
Yeah.
And
Mat 101.
MTH 101.
CHM 101.
And we have PHY 101. So, and then let's have total. And let's have average. So we have all this. So now the next thing to do, let's generate our student ID. Our student ID goes like this. 100. Okay, let's do this. This is how they normally generate. Let me say the name of the company, student ID. As at this month is 5th. Let me do 05, and the month is, and the year is 2021 001. So I've generated student ID like that. And let me do for the second one. And let me continue. Let's have 5 students. So I have this. Give me name. Name yourself. Let's get something done. First name. I know Bolanle. That's my student. I know Tabitha.
Nothing.
What's wrong with this? Tabitha.
Damola.
Zinat.
Zinat.
It's hanging.
I have seen that. Let me check our chat.
Roland.
Ebenezer.
Sorry, I think my system is okay. Sinat, let me have Afis, let me have Roland. Okay. Other name, I don't know. Let me just choose.
Baba Ejesha.
Eh?
Baba Ejesha.
God forbid. God forbid.
Okay. Let me say Bamidele. Let's do Bamidele.
Daniel.
Daniel.
Peter.
Eh?
Peter.
Peter.
Because now.
So and this myself.
Sikiratu.
Batunde. And let me say Joseph.
Chuku. Roland Chuku.
So now, before I will not talk about email now, but I will move to gender. Let me move to female. Email. I want us to talk about something while trying to generate their email. So female. I will talk about Tabitha. It's a female as well. Female. Sinat Peter. That's female as well.
Male.
Email. So better. So now, give me a score. I hope you know mathematics. So chemistry.
I want to give myself score 100, 100, 100.
So now let's do this.
Nigeria University.
How come I gave myself higher score? Because I know mathematics.
I was going to talk, I just want to keep quiet.
So at least I know mathematics. So don't doubt it. So let's get total. Total is going to be what? Sum of everything, right? So, but in Microsoft Excel, you can use control, you can use shortcut for doing that. You can hold on your Alt equal sign, just hold on your Alt key on your system. So, and do equal sign. So it will sum that particular row. If it is column, it will also sum the column for you. So it will now use formula equal sign, sum. You see equal sign, sum, or you come to your formula. Even on your home tab, you have auto sum here. Can you see it? So you can use this formula as well. You can do auto sum, right? With the same thing, alt equal sign. It will give you that. Give you that equal sign. So we have this like this. So and as well, I can just drag it down and have my total score. So what will be my average? Average is going to be equal sign average.
No.
Are you getting it?
No.
Our screen is blank.
See, woman. So, I'll tell you a story. Like a lady that called my boss. Is that Mr. Deji Folarin? The moment he said yes, and he started crying, and the lady started crying. So, equal sign, average. Just use your average formula. Can you see it? So if you are typing the formula, so far you see the auto suggestion here, you can use tab to auto complete it. Just use tab on your keyboard. So which number do you want to get average from here to this place? So you can do command. You can now close your bracket. So and press enter. So it will give you your formula, your average. So I can get average for others as well. And let me wrap it up as 2 decimal places. I can decrease the decimal point here by doing this. So I have it like this. Now, in our agenda, we have what we call string manipulation, PowerPoint. Sorry, let me check that. Okay, I have it here. I have it here. So I have what we call all these parts. I'm going to talk about it now. So let's focus on it because they are together. It's all about string manipulation. So let's say, for instance, I will start with this proper, upper, and lower. What are they doing? It's all about string manipulation. So for instance, you want to convert everything to capital letter. You say, someone now tell you like, no, help me convert everything. I need full name and everything should be in capital letter. I remember the last time we were to edit one document from my place of work. Everybody was like, they have to go and be typing it again. I was just looking at them. The moment they call me, the report you gave us, we want everything in capital letter. I say, no problem. Is that all what you need? They say yes. And I use formula equal sign, upper.
Mr. Fiz, sorry to cut you short. Please unshare your screen and try to share it again because quite a number of people can't even see your screen.
Wow, that's serious.
Yes.
Some of us can.
I can see your screen, but a few number of people, like quite a number of people, can't see the screen.
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm seeing the screen now.
Yeah, I just rejoined again and it's still the same thing. I can just see Bolanle and Tapita, like last name, email, they are just blank.
My screen is coming up now. Okay.
While your screen is coming up, please can you say this auto sum again? Mine keeps giving question mark when I do that.
Okay, no problem. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. So now I have my everything here. The auto sum, instead of using auto sum, type your formula equal sign, type sum, like normal mathematics, sum, SUM, open a bracket, highlight from here, or you do that's G3, right? G3 to what? This column is to y comma is you are picking one after the other. So column I3, my I3 is this. You see, the moment you type the name, cell name, it will reference to it while using this formula. So can you see it? So you just do what? Enter. It will help you just do drag down. The same thing with average. Using average formula, this is it. Average G3 to I3. So you get your answer. Now, I want to create full name, combine everything together. After creating full name, we now create generate email. So let's say full name. Don't forget, we said everything should be in what? In capital letter. That's first condition. The second one is like this. You have to create space between the first name and the last name. Now, the first thing to do here is what we call concatenation. I want to concatenate this column and this column together. Which formula am I going to use? There's formula called concatenate in Microsoft Excel, but they've changed it. If you are using 2007, 2010, you can still see something like this, concatenate. You will see something like this. But can you see it? This Office 365 is this formula is what is being depreciated, so they will still remove it from Excel. They will soon remove it. So now I can use concat. I can use concat like this. My test, the test I want to combine together is this, comma what, comma second one, which is last name, and I can close the bracket and do what, and I have it like this, Bolanle Bamidele. But there's no space between them. Let me add space to it. While trying to concatenate, what will I do? I'll just do something like this. After that comma, I will concatenate space together with it. So I'll just do something like this. You see? Two quotes in between space. Can you see? I created space between the two quotes. So I'll press
Getting beyond me, oh.
Are we good?
Okay, sorry, I don't know if I could just ask a question.
Okay.
Okay, so as you're working, I'm also doing exactly what you're doing just to learn. So when I did the concat and then I opened the bracket, and I just highlighted Bolanle and Bamidele, those two cells together. Okay. In my own case, I realized that in the bracket we have B2 column semicolon C2. Okay. And then close bracket. But when you were illustrating it, what we can say is concat open bracket B2 comma C2. Is it because of the version I'm probably using, or it varies?
Your own is your own shows column, right?
Yes, mine shows column. Yes, B2
Why
column
my own
C2.
Is showing, my own is showing comma.
Yes, yours showed comma C3 D3. Yes.
Yes, because I pick it one after the other.
Oh, okay. So that also matters too. Oh, okay.
So,
right.
But if you highlight, it will show you 2. That means you are using 2. You highlight from C2, C3 to D3.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
if I want to pick one after the other, I can use comma. The reason why is like this. You know, I still need space between the two names.
Yes.
So, and that was the reason why I was trying to add this space to it. Then I have space between my full name now. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, don't forget, we still have one condition left. Everything should be in what? Capital letter. So I can come to the front of this formula. Let me make it clear. In front like this. You know, we've started the concatenation formula, everything's perfect. Now I can use what we call upper and wrap everything inside bracket. I will go to the end as well and end it with another bracket. So making it upper turns everything to what? Capital letter. Hope I'm not confusing people here.
No, you're not.
Okay, perfect. So we get how
we
we
are following you. Can you please repeat what you just did?
Okay. If I want to do it on the norms, I can decide to type this formula from beginning together, everything once and for all. Let me do it again. I can delete this. Since I want everything within this cell to be capital letter, I will first start with what? Upper. Can you see? So, and what text am I trying to make capital letter? Bamidele concatenate to what? Bolanle. I will now start another formula now. You know, the parameter you have to pass to this upper is what? A test. So, but now I want to combine another two tests together. I can do concatenate. Concat. Where is my first test? This. Second test is going to be space because we need space between that two names. And I will have something like this, comma. And the next thing is what? Bamidele. And this is it. And I will close the bracket. And if I press enter, I have perfect. Okay, I need to close it with what? Close the first bracket. I need to close it. So I have it like this. So the same thing, I'll just drag down. And
hello, Afit.
Yes?
Sorry for, but what if you want to do first letters to be capital, then the others normal?
Perfect. And
normal, or you just write it the way it is?
That's what we call proper.
Hello, I didn't hear you, sorry.
Proper.
Okay, yeah, I know there's something like that. Yeah. Thank you.
So the next thing now is, okay, I want to generate email. But sometimes, you know, some company, they say your first name, they'll pick the first letter of your first name, concatenate with your, they will not say something like b.bamidele@convenantcapital.com.
Yes.
So let's assume that we want the email to look like this. b.bamidele@cccapital.com. We want it to look like this. So how am I going to get the first letter of this? So don't forget, if you want to convert it to lower case as well, you use lower instead of upper. If you want first letter to be capital, you use proper. So that's the reason why we are having this. We have proper, we have upper, and we have lower. So we've used upper function, we use lower function. Now let's do something here. Let's use.
I noticed that this concatenate is not working on 7.
Yes, yeah. Perfect. If it is not working, then use concatenate. There should be concatenate there.
So I use upper, but that concatenate is coming out, but it's not. When you
It's
click
not
my name,
working. Okay, if that's not working, there's another way of doing it. Let's balance the case. Let's call it F name. Let me just show sample. What I will do now is I'll just say equals to upper. The first thing I need to do is what? I want to concatenate, right? I'll just do this with this sign called ampersand. You can also use this to concatenate. I can use this as well, and then what? Close the bracket, and I have Bamidele Bolanle. So, but I need space between them, right? So I'll now use, I'll come back here, create space. That space is this, and I will concatenate it with this. So you see, we're having the same thing. Are we good? Can you see my formula here?
Sir,
So I guess I'll just stick to the first pattern you taught.
So, but this is also, before this what we use now. So before they put concat here, and so I think this also.
But is it safe to say concat and concatenate actually do the same thing? Because you
Yes.
said one will be scrapped eventually.
Yes, they are doing the same thing.
Okay.
So that's all. So you can use ampersand too. Ampersand is also concatenation sign in programming, especially when you are working with VB, Visual Basic. So ampersand, we use it for concatenation. So you can use that as well. So let's do this thing of email. I need first letter. What will I do? Let me do one after the other. I need left letter of this Bolanle. How many characters do I need? I only need one, and that's it. It will give me B. I've gotten my B. The next thing I want to do is what? I want to concatenate this B with what? With Bamidele. Let me open my test again. Let me concat of this left. After getting that, comma, I need to concatenate dot. I will have my dot within quote, because dot is also a special symbol. I will do what? I'll put it within a quote so that it will help me to add to it. Can you see? I have B dot what? What else do I need? Let me continue with my formula with comma and add what to it. I need Bamidele, and then let me see what else I'm having here. I'm having what? B dot Bamidele. I'm going there one after the other, as you can see. So we are moving forward. I'll come again. I need to concatenate something else, which is going to be test, which is going to be extension of my company email. So I will put everything here, and I will say at 6capital.com, and I'll make sure I close the string. So, and then have it like this. So, but don't forget, all our email always be in what? Small letter. So let me put it like this, and then I'll just say lower. Everything should be in a lower case, and I'll make sure I close the wrap bracket together, and I'll have something like this. So if I have thousands of
you have scattered everything, oh boss.
Is it not better to go type?
Repeat again.
Okay. Okay. I want to see how you guys are feeling. So let me on my camera back. I'm in the studio now. so I want to see how you guys are feeling with the formula. It's not something hard. It's just for you to know how to put it one after the other. So yeah,
Yes.
let me
Sorry, can we just start with the formula again and start one by one? Because I'm lost.
So okay.
Interesting. Very good.
Let me do it again. Don't let this discourage you. Just feel like I will know it. I will know how to do it. So It's very simple. So I said we want to do it one after the other. I want to get the first letter of this Bolanle, right? So this Bolanle now, I want to get the first letter, which is B, equals to what? Left. Because don't forget, the left hand side, you are picking the alphabet from the left hand side.
All right, okay, I see.
So that is why we are using left. I didn't mean you pick the last letter of that first name. You use what? Right. So I'm picking the first letter of the Bolanle. So that is why I said left. And left what? C3. So the parameter I'm passing to this left argument function, you know, I have two arguments within this function, which is what? Text and number of characters. So anytime you are you are seeing function in Microsoft Excel, you will see how many number of parameter it can accept. So this can accept up to how many arguments? 2. So I'm passing the first one to be C3, comma. How many number of character am I picking from the left? I'm picking 1. I will add it to it. And that gave me what? B. I got my B. The next thing is what? I need to concatenate this B to what? To Bamidele. So I remember, instead of doing this, using ampersand and concatenate with this, I don't want to use that. Let me use normal function that I have within Excel, which is concat. Now, concat what? My first test is what? I have it already. I'll just do comma. The next thing Excel is asking me is what? What else do you want to add? That's test 2. Let me add test 2 and see what will happen again. My test 2 is a space. I need dot. But don't forget, if you are doing anything test, you want to do all this, you want to add test to something in Microsoft Excel, you have to put them inside quotes. So I have it within a quote, which is my dot. And that was the reason why I also close it like this. And I want everybody to see what I'm having. I have B dot. No, the next thing I'm having on this is what? Comma. So immediately I put comma now after the test 2 that the concatenation function is taking. Immediately you put comma, it's requesting for another word, another test. So the another test I'm adding now is what? Bamidele. Bamidele is in what? D3. So I add it to it. Bam. I have B.Bamidele. The next thing is what? I need to concatenate the extension of our email as a company. Concatenate what? Comma, test 4. That means concatenate function can take as many as you just continue passing the argument, it will accept it. So now I want to add at syscapital.com. So I'll close this and I'm having this. So, and the next thing I said is what? You can make everything lowercase by doing what? Come back to your formula and add lower to in front of it. Then make sure you close the bracket, and that's all. And the next thing to do is what? Just drag it down. Perfect. So yeah, having this, that's how to manipulate string. Perfect. So the next thing I'm doing now is getting my, I have my average and I need grade. Now we are coming back to our if function. So
sorry, can I ask a question?
Tell me.
Okay, so when you wrote lower on that formula, did you put another bracket before you close?
Yes.
So
bracket.
I would have to add a bracket immediately after lower and then at the end of the entire formula.
Yes, that means you are wrapping everything with a bracket.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So I need grade. I need a condition. Condition is all about if something happen. If this event occur, let something happen as well. If you put gear into your, maybe you are driving manual or you are driving automatic, the moment you put gear, something happen, your car will start moving. If A is equals to B, let C equals to something. If my name is Afis, let me in. Or if my gender is female, go to female room. S, go to male's room. Have you forgotten how many of us used to go here back then? So to go, the moment they realize that you are a male or female, they will pass you to what we call to go rooms back then. So you go to your separate room. That means they don't want you to mingle with ladies. So that was then, but now everything has scattered. Now, let me grade. The grade we want here is like this. If average is greater than 80, if average, can you see my screen? If average is greater than 80,
Yes.
if average is greater than 80, let it be, let's have A, right? Yes. So if it's greater than 70, let's have B. If it is greater than 70, let's have B. If it is greater than 50, let's have C. Let's have B like this, and let's have C, and let's have D. If it's greater than 40, and S, give me F, right? We all know this now. So we should be able to fill it in with conditional statement. So I'll just do something like this. I'll come to my grade. This is very simple. I will say you go to your grade column with equal sign. Don't forget that. If like this, if what? Press tab. If logical test, what will be our logical test? You need logical test to be your condition. If this average is greater than what? Or equals to, don't forget that. Oh, shit. I wanted to ask now. Normally, we have, let me escape this. We have greater than, less than, equals to in mathematics. And you remember when we normally do, what is the name of that topic in mathematics? Inequality. We have something called not equal on paper. You write equal sign, you now cross it like this. So how can I type that in computer?
Repeat your question.
Normally, we have greater than, we have less than, we have equals to. But we have not equals to as well, right? Not equal like this, something like this. Not equal. You know, in mathematics, that's during those days when you were learning, what they call it, inequality in mathematics. They always gave us on paper, like equal sign is something like this. You now use one arrow to cross it. If you now cross it and they will tell you that, that's equal, not equals to.
That's on paper.
You're right.
But in mathematics, in computer, how do you write that? I know. In programming
Okay, so
language. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm with you.
I think it's greater than, and if you want to say it's greater than or equal to, you write greater than and then equal to at the same time, and then less than and equal to at the same time. That's what I think.
You know, on the norms, if you want to pass our function now, we say if condition, right, equals to if our logical test is going to be average is greater than or equals to, this is how we type greater than or equals to, right? If greater than or equals to what? 80, right? That's what you need. Is to have what? Our function, our value, if it is true, should be what? A. We have our A like this. I'm coming. You know, in computer now, we want greater than or equals to this is it. Less than or equals to this is it. Equals to still the same, but not equal sign. That's what I mean.
Not equal sign, equals to, then less than, greater than.
Okay, like this.
No, you write equals to also. Yes, that's what equals to, less than. So
like this?
No, equals to. Yes.
Something like this.
Yes, sir.
No, you are wrong. So you are almost there. This is not
Maybe
equal.
put not in the equation.
This is not equal in Excel.
It will be exclamation and equals to sign.
So this not equal.
Exclamation mark and sign.
No, if it is exclamation mark, something like this. This is what you are saying. Something like this. That's in programming language. That's if you are writing PHP. If you are writing PHP language, this is what you use as not equal. But in Microsoft, yes.
I think you have to put equal to in between the less than and greater than.
No. This is the right way to write it in Excel. So this is the right way. Just take note of that. So let's continue with our formula. We say if our average is greater than or equals to 80, we should have A. S what? Let's put F first and see what we have. Let me add F to it and do this. Can you see? Because I'm not up to 80, I have F. So, what would be our second function? Instead of passing this F as our first argument, we clear it. We now put another if statement. If average is greater than or equals to 70, then assign B. S, if average is greater than or equals to 50, do what? Let me to pass C. Yep. So, and S what? If is greater than or equals to our average is greater than or equals to 40, pass D. S, do what? F. Don't even bother to write condition again. So, and don't forget, you now count how many number of brackets you open. Don't forget to close it. And that's all. So that means scoring 17. Can you see now? When you, after dragging it down. So you have B.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go
when we
ahead.
go back to that, okay, the formula in that cell B, that first grade.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know. Why do we have to indicate L3 greater than or equals to 80, give A, and then yes, because I seem to understand. You see that first one that I just called, I really don't understand it, but every other condition that you added after that, the last three conditions, I understood those ones. But you remember that when you first put the first condition and then you pressed enter, we had F. I
Yes.
really don't understand that first condition in this formula.
Okay. Let me do it again in front of it. Let me say grade 2. I will, if you need only one condition, like the moment you have above 80, you are excellent. You don't want any other condition. Just you want to check anybody that's above 80 and give them what? Excellent. So you only need to do equals to, that means you are dealing with one condition alone. The reason the first one we did is one condition, while others are what? Nested if. You know, we have if within if within if. So we call it nested if. So, but this one now, if you have if your average is greater than what? Is greater than or equals to 80, comma, you can check the argument I'm having here. Value if it is true. If true, if your condition you are testing is true, and then give me what? Excellent. Excellent. S what? False. Just add F. Or can say, just write it in full and say fail. So that means you are only checking one condition. You don't want to check whether someone scored B or C. So, and you have this. And that's all. So, but when you have multiple conditions, you want to check different conditions. So that's when you now start passing nested if. By the time I share this document with you, you should be able to check it and see how it works very well. So yeah. Can we do this again? We have done this. I've done concatenation.
So I'm sorry, I don't know how you when I do this concat from the email, it's showing me error. I move to average, it's showing me error. I'm trying to do this one, show me error. I don't know, I'm feeling lost, sir.
So I believe I know you are trying to practice it, and that's perfect. So I think I have someone that is a friend of mine while we were in school. If she's trying to program anything, the moment she gets error like this, she bursts to she start crying. I feel I don't get this thing. You get it, repeat it again, repeat the step, you get it. So don't worry, you will not get error again. We will do it together just after the class. If you are still getting error, after sharing this file with you, if you are still getting error, chat me up on WhatsApp or chat me on DM me on Slack. Let's solve the problem together. You understand?
Okay.
Looking at the way we are doing it. Yeah, I think date function, before we move forward, see these two lookup functions. I don't think we can do it now because some if and average ifs and count if. I think we can do that. Let's do date function and this, yeah, I will leave. This transpose is very simple. For instance, let's do transpose and everybody should understand that. So let me have this. Let me have under this. Imagine I copy this table, Control C.
And by the time I want to paste it, you can come to your clipboard function here. Instead of using Control V direct, I want to transpose it. I want to change row to column. I want to change column to row. So I will just do what? Come to this place. Under this paste special, can you see I'm having different option here? So this transpose. This transpose. Can you see it? But because I'm having it as what? As function, because I pick it from somewhere. Don't forget exchange rate. Don't let me do it again. I will copy ordinary text. I will copy it. Let me copy it and paste it as ordinary text. Okay, this is it. So let me now copy it again from here. I've removed the formula here now. There's no formula again. That ordinary figure. That is why I paste it as ordinary number by right clicking and do this. Pick this number alone, value alone. That's what we want. So another thing is like this. I copy it again. By the time I want to paste it, I can go to paste special and then transpose it. Can you see? I transpose my US and Nigeria to go row. Like, you know, we have it in column before. I just change it to row. So I have it in a row format instead of having it as a column. So that's the meaning of transpose. So I transpose the data from the way it is. And when you get to the advanced level of Power BI, you will get to know what you call pivot and unpivot. Unpivot it.
Please, sir, can you do that again, please?
Okay. So the moment I want to paste, what do? I come to this place. I can right click and see this is sign, this sign, transpose. This transpose sign. Or if you can't find it there, you come to your paste and then you pick this. So, and that's all. That's transpose. And the another thing is date function. Imagine they see you as a computer guru and you want to attend a conference, and someone says, can you help us to take attendance of all the candidates entering this hall, all visitors, everybody entering this hall. We want to take their ID and then we need their name, their time, the time each and everyone step in to this hall. So let's say, for instance, now I now have this grade. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. Okay. So let me remove this and let me say I want to take note of time now. Time. Or let me copy this. Employee. I will make it as employee now. Let me go to another sheet. Let me do something like this and paste. So now I want to check what time attendance. So I want to take note of this time. On the norms, if I want to get to this date in Microsoft Excel, what do I need to do? I just type equals to today. That's today function. It will give me today's date automatically. Do you get that? So today function give me today's date in Microsoft Excel. So let me open up my. So I have something like this. Today function. So this today function will give me today's date, but I need timestamp as of now.
by tomorrow, this one will change. If I do equals to now, this one will give me everything about now. Can you see? I'm having May 1st, 2021 with exact time. That's now. If I refresh anything on this page now, the time will also change. The time will also change. That's, you can do equals to. Can you see now? That now change. Anytime time change, if it is tomorrow now, this will change to 2nd of May. But I don't want it to change. I need exact time and I need exact date. So what do I need to do? I can say the attendance of Bamidele enter as at what? I will use shift and column, control shift column. In the next 1 minute, this one will not change. In the next 1 minute, this one will not change. So
can you do that again?
Control shift, hold on to control and shift and then colon. Can you see? The time has changed, but this one did not change. You notice the exchange. I can do it again. You see it is equals to, okay, control shift M column. You see? I get, that's time stamp. I want to take record of what happened at a particular time. Just hold on control shift column on your keyboard and it will give you exact time.
Are we memorizing all these things?
Huh?
Are we going to we have to memorize all these things?
Not
necessarily. From everything.
You don't need to memorize now. You don't need to memorize. By the time you need it, it will come. You will try it. Eh? Just make sure you use it always so that you don't forget. So that's just it. What's happening here? So let me put it beside each other. Let me delete this. I'm coming. So this is what I did. I need this. Like so the time. So I can do Control Shift colon. So to get the exact time, to get today's date, today's date. I have this equals to today as a formula, as a function. Sorry. So, but time stamp. I mean, current time and date. Current time and date. So I have this. I can do equals to now. So and I have this. Can you see? So this is what we have. So and if I want to check the timestamp again, let me do another one here. Can you see? So it won't change by tomorrow. Now anything will not change here. So and that's perfect. So my people.
Sorry, can you take the current time and date as per again, please?
Okay. The current time equals to, the formula is equals 9. And now, sorry,
but don't forget to put open and closing bracket because it's a function. So another thing is like this. For instance, I want you to calculate your age in day instead of year. Don't calculate your date in year. Okay, let's assume that you are born maybe 12th of what? 12th of January 1999. Someone was born in this day, and I want to get that person's age in days. I'll just say equals to, okay, since I have today's date, right? I can say equals to today minus this, and it's equals to what? 8,145 days. That's your
Click on it again.
date of birth in days. Yeah, I'm with you.
Mr. Fizz, please, how did you get current time?
Current time.
Yes.
Yeah, with function now, you can get current time equals to now.
Okay, please, will it change? It will not, this now it won't change, right?
It will change. It will change.
It will change tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Help.
So in situations like this, can we copy and paste value in another sheet without it changing? Or I don't know if you understand what I mean. As you want to get the yes.
Let's assume that if I copy this one now,
yes,
let me paste it on another sheet. Let me paste it here. Let me expand this. Can you see I still have the same thing?
This won't change by tomorrow.
This will also change by tomorrow.
And that's what if we do the right click value?
Yes, if you now do right click and take value alone.
Yes.
It will not change again.
Okay.
And you know, this value pasted as number, it will now change it to date.
We'll change it to date, yes.
Like this.
Please, how did you divide the date and the time?
I did not divide, I only subtract it.
Okay, how?
I do today's date minus your date of birth.
Show it.
Sorry, Afis.
Yeah.
If you don't want today's date to change by tomorrow, what formula are we using?
Okay, if you don't want it to change
by tomorrow.
By tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh my God, shit. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm coming. Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, it's 3 p.m.
I've changed it to grid format. I'm coming. Data view line. I don't need it. Oh, sorry. I made a mistake here. So normal break, custom page layout. Exit. Oh shit. I'm coming. So let's continue. I think I made a mistake here. So let me just do like this. Oh, what's happening now? Excel Y. Oh shit. Let me repeat the steps. It happens sometimes. I press one function that scatter everything. So let me do it again. This is what I did. Paste. Then I have my time in front of it. So I said, if you don't want the time to change, you do what? Control Shift colon. So, and that's it. If you want today, today's date, which is going to change tomorrow, today's date, that's going to change by tomorrow. Maybe you'll always generate one report every day. So you want the change, by the time you want to send the report, you want it to change. What do you need to do? You just have to do what? Put to equals to today. And then it will always give you that particular day's date. So, and if you don't want a current time, you want current time and date. Current date and time. And so I have I will have now equals to now. This one just like you're watching your clock. So this is how it will move. Then if I change this one now, Control Shift this, you see, I have 307. There's a formula that's supposed to give me date as well. I guess this will be okay. This for date. If you don't want that change date to change, use Control colon. So it will give you date. By tomorrow, this date will not change. You see, this one is not a function. If you check your formula bar, but if you check this one, you'll see today's there. So with your control, control key, control plus colon. That's your colon. So if it is time stamp, you want, if you want to time stamp, you need what? Control plus Shift. Control Shift plus colon. So that's for time, and this for date. But before we go today, let's save our work for everybody to see, so that for us to be able to share this document. I'm going to save this document now, but don't be surprised. The way I'm saving my document might be different to yours. You now feel like, oh, why now? So I'm saving my file by going to this file menu and do what? Save as, or you can, since we are saving it for the first time, let me choose save. And I'm saving it as workbook. What's the name? Let me say capital covenant, capital Excel and Power BI, PBI class. So I'm saving it with this name, but yet I want to show you some functions. I will not save it direct like this. I'm going to come to browse. I want this dialog box to come up. We have different options here. The person that created this document, who is the author of this document, is Hafiz Babatunde. Don't be surprised. Someone might change it and say, no, you are not the owner of this document. Anytime you work on someone's system, make sure you change the author. By default, it will be that person's name as author of the document. So now, apart from that, you can add title to your document. And apart from that, you can secure your document by doing what? Go to general options and put password to it. I can do okay. To open this document, you require password, which is 123. To modify it, you need 123 as well. So you don't need to tell someone like, I don't open my document, you know. Same thing, your Word document, you can do this as well. You understand? You can do this as well. So let me just do what? Let me just click OK. So to re-enter the password to proceed, 1, 2, 3. So now you imagine to modify 1, 2, 3. So they want to confirm whether you know the password or not. So let me save it on my cloud so that I'll be able to share it. Let me create a new folder. Let me say CC. So I have it here and I can save it. So thank God my document is saved. Let me close it and try to open it again. Let me try to open it again. So yeah, so let me have this. Let me come to my OneDrive. Microsoft, okay, this is it. So let me try to open this document again. So I have to put the password 1, 2, 3. So it will also ask me to have access to write on this document 1, 2, 3, and that's all. But before I share it with you guys, what do you think I need to do? Let me remove the password. So okay, let me remove the password. Where is it? Let me save it as. So I don't need the password again. So therefore, I can use it to replace this. So I have it perfect now. So after sharing this, all of you should be able to. But for security purpose, for protection, you can always do what? Protect your documents while sharing it online, so that someone will not come and claim your work. So, and if they don't have the password, they cannot even open it. As you, as the author of the document, if you also forget the password, I'm sorry. I don't think it's very hard to recover. So with this, I believe we have learned so many things today. And I will give assignments. Find a, okay. Let me do one more thing. I want to add this. To convert this data is what we call it, range of data. But I want to convert it to table. Just click anywhere within your data. Let me clear this. I don't need all this. Let me clear it. To convert all this to table, you can come to format as table. This is it. I can format it as a table. Or you press Ctrl T, click anywhere within your data and press Ctrl T. This Ctrl T, it will ask if your table has headers. Yes, because I have all these headers there. So I can have this. So this is my table now. So tomorrow, if I want to add to it, I can do this. I can do this. So if I'm adding anybody's to this class, I can actually do this and say, I can say Zainab going. So, and I have this. So automatically it will help me to fill it. And female, I can have this, I can have this, and I can have this. So you see, so adding to table, you don't have to stress yourself with dragging down again. So table makes your work more perfect than range of data. This table is just like increasing number of your rows within your database. You know, I would like us to go and read about database management as well. Read about how database works. So it's just maybe the way we normally define it, like organizing data, the way you organize data in rows and column. So, and we have different type of database. You can check online and do that. So before our next class. So for me, this week we are good. I will now give assignments. Replicate all what I've done so far and submit on your own workbook. Name it with your name. And this, I don't want this to be A or B or C. If it is A, put excellent. If it is B, we have excellent. I want it in this format. I want very good. I need good, fair. Am I correct? And fair and poor. I remember primary school. So I think this is what I want. I don't want A, B, C, D, E, F. No. Give me in this format while doing your own, while creating this type of table. Don't do copy and paste. If you do copy and paste, I will know. So thank you guys. I believe we learned something today. If you have any question, it's time to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Hafiz.
Okay, Mr. Hafiz, I have a question.
Hafiz, thank you.
Thank you.
Let me just come in here quickly.
Mr. Hafiz, can I ask a question?
Okay.
Yeah, you will. Hello. Okay, so all assignments will be submitted on Google Classroom. So that's it. That link will be made available. Okay, to you.
Sorry, there's this sound on the background that is just not nice.
From me?
I think so.
Hello?
Okay, you sound better now.
Okay. So I said your assignment, you submit your assignment through Google Classroom. So the link will be made available because it is easier for us to manage it that way. Okay, so all assignments will be posted on the classroom and then you can have access to it. Once you're done, you submit it. So your facilitator can always use that medium, check and manage this assignment. And secondly, we will divide your classes into subgroups, okay, for better interaction. And you also need to assign class rep. So I don't know how so that is left for you guys to figure out how to do that, but you must assign a class rep before the end of today. A class rep and assistant class rep, if I'm correct. So your class rep will be the one getting in touch with your facilitator to know, okay, what's the next thing, what should we do? So the facilitator cannot pass information to the general house on time. So your class rep should be the one to manage the communication flow to your general assembly and your government. Okay, so you do that today before okay, yeah. So as soon as the class is over, you have time to rest. Please, you need the names today. It may be the one to manage our meeting room and to manage the meeting room and all that. So we all have a shared responsibility. Thank you.
So thank you guys. Really appreciate your time. So keep everything.
What exactly is the assignment? I was off for a while. Please, when will the recording be made available so that we can watch again and learn better?
Okay.
And so, I mean, and
we can't hear you.
Why use Slack? I mean, Google Class. I mean, you just have enough to download again and again.
Okay, you mean instead of Google Classroom, we should use
And then we can create a channel like call assignment
okay.
and then put it there instead of using Google Classroom. Then we have to download all this, all
Okay,
these problems.
no problem. I think we will discuss that. I will discuss that with Roland.
Yeah.
Probably if they can do something. But if Google Classroom will be better, I think we should go for it.
Okay.
All right, no problem. So, guys,
let's go for Google Classroom, please.
Okay, no problem. So I have
I
some.
just have the class on Google Classroom because I'm afraid that we have to keep downloading on our phone. See the issues we had.
Hello. So you don't. Sorry. Let me come in there. You don't have to download Google Classroom. It's a cloud-based. Okay. So you just need a link to access. You just need a link and I think the passcode to access. So most of the things you have, you don't need to download. You don't need to download softwares. So most of these applications are cloud-based. So if you know how to use them very well, you shouldn't like have to install a lot of things on your local machine.
But in my own experience, if you are doing it on your phone, it will tell you to download the app. If you are using your system, yeah, you can use the link. You can use the link to access the classroom. But if you are using your phone, it will tell you. It will just take you to download option, like Play Store or whatever, to download the app.
Is there no option to use the web base?
On phone, I don't think so because I had difficulty in downloading Slack on my phone. I wanted to use
That's like because the UI UX class we did the UI UX class we used Google Classroom to manage assignments and projects. Yeah, and I don't think people have issues like that. So once you have the link, you just use the link and then you sign in. Just put your access code and you have access.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah. Hope the access code will be provided for us on the Google
Yes. You will have
just trying to, I'm going through our names one after the other so that I will know those who are talking and those who are silent in our class. So I've seen some people that I haven't heard.
We have plenty of
they have been mute since we started the program.
There are very many.
I start calling name.
When we started, we were about 80 something participants, but now we are 66. How many people do you want to share about?
Do not talk. We are.
Okay, I think Alaba, all of them were silent. I believe next week, all of them they should be able to talk.
Hello, Mr. Fees.
Yes.
Please, is there a specific platform where we can get all these vital, the video?
Yes, they will upload the video on YouTube.
YouTube. What about the Excel? Where do we get it?
We share the document.
Sorry, say again.
I will share the document via Slack and WhatsApp.
Okay, then the last question, the WhatsApp group, I do not think well, personally, I think it should be left to exist because
to Slack, right?
Yes, it's a very affordable, very easily accessible platform for me personally. I don't think it should include.
I think we should upload it on Slack so that everybody will see it. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so just before we go, just to gain clarity on our assignments again, I wanted to be sure that you really just want to see how we play with the formulas. You're not really interested in the kind of content we put. Our contents could just be similar, right? Or it has to be verbatim what you give us.
Yes, the only change I want you to make is on this ABC. Instead of A, put excellent. Instead of B, put very good.
Okay. All right. Hafiz, thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
And you too.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mr. Hafiz. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Have a
Thank you
wonderful
very much.
weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Hafiz. Thank
Thank
you,
you very much.
everybody.
Thank you
Have a
so
wonderful
much.
week ahead.
A great
Very
one.
Thank you,
much,
Mr. Hafiz.
Hafiz.
God bless you. God
Thank you
bless
very
you.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Happy.